Good morning, good afternoon, or good night to wherever you are in the world on today. On this wonderful Wednesday, I like to call it Wonderful Wednesday, and I thank God for being here. And before I speak, I'd like to ask for the Holy Spirit to show up and help me to speak. You know, I'm not the best speaker, but He is. And I always pray and ask Him to speak through me and help my mouth to speak only the words that God gives me to speak. So Holy Spirit, have your way, help me in this moment. But on the other day, I was listening to a video by a young lady by the name of Latoya Okia, and I have been following her since 2020. And when I tell you, her messages has really blessed my life and has gotten me through some really tough times, you know. And so I thank God so much for her, you know, her service and her ministry and her obedience, you know, to do the will of God. And so, but this video that she posted the other day was talking about, you know, some of the things that's going on in this world, right? And how, you know, certain people are being brought down. God are bringing down a lot of people. And as you can see, you know, in the media, though, these things are happening. And so, just yesterday, you know, I saw in the media, you know, about this, you know, famous individual, you know, very well known, you know, being accused of what a lot of these other celebrities are being accused of, you know. And of course, you know, when you are connected to God and you're connected to the Holy Spirit, you know, He gives you understanding and He reveals exactly what's going on and why these things are happening, right? Even somebody that is not aware of Holy Spirit in their life, but they just use what the world like to call it common sense, right? Even they could see what's happening, you know, and why these things happen if they choose to, you know, because you have people who have the common sense to know exactly what's going on, but because their heart is so sour and bitter, they want to see it as they want to see it, because they will like for that person to go through these things and to be brought down. But anyways, but she talked about, you know, that these things are going to be happening, you know, as the days, you know, go on. But she said, for those of you who God has been speaking to and God has set aside and He's calling you out of the world, not to be alarmed by these things, you know, don't even give it light. Don't shine light on it. Don't mention it. Don't talk about it. You know, when you see it, just scroll right on by. It's none of my business. It has nothing to do with me. I have to stay focused, you know, on this call, on this thing that God has me doing. Stay focused on that.